My name is Tamathy. I grew up in a small town in Missouri. I'm the oldest of 21 kids. There were 12 boys, 12 girls, 9 boys, no twins, same parents. It's the first time I've messed that up for a while. But I am 23 years older than my youngest sister. I'm the oldest. I've always been the oldest. I'll always be the oldest. I used to be the biggest. I used to introduce myself as the biggest. But eventually the 9 brothers and one of my sisters got taller than me. So I'm not the biggest anymore, but I'm still the oldest. I remember the first time I felt old. I was 5. I was in the car with my parents and we were going on a drive, and it was a pleasant sunny day, and I was feeling very happy with my world and my life. And then I heard my mom ask my dad, "What kind of tree does an acorn grow on?" And I thought, I'm 5 years old and I know more than my mom. Why? Who let these people have children? And there are so many of us already. And that's when I started to feel old. By the time I was 8, I was looking at pictures of myself when I was 3 and thinking, I was so young then, so innocent. Things have changed. But I've continued to feel older. When I was 16, I of course feel old, as we all do when we're 16, because I knew everything in the world. Way more than my parents, even more than I knew than my parents than I knew at 5. By that time, my mom didn't know any trees at all. So at 16, I felt old. But then by 17, 18, 19, by the time there were 17, 18, 19 kids, and I was cooking for them and doing laundry and staying up with them when they had earaches, I felt very, very old. And I started to look very, very old. My parents, when we got them to get out of the house and go on a date, when they came back, they said, "You look like a 40-year-old woman." And that's how I felt. But then I left home and I got young. I felt young. I felt younger and younger until I had kids of my own. Then I felt old again. But I've been taught my whole life that our lives are eternal. And I feel this. But I don't think it's a straight line or even a circle. I think eternity weaves back and forth. That's the way that it feels like to me. I'm old when I'm with people who are younger than me, but I'm old when I'm with people who don't have the same experiences. When I had my first kids and I would be at the playground and a grandmother would say, "Oh, they're just going to grow so fast. You've got to cherish these moments." And I thought, I already know that. I'm already a grandma. The babies that I held and took care of have babies themselves now. I've already been a grandma. I've already been a parent. I've already been old. I feel young now. Sometimes time catches me though. I tell a friend how long I've been married, and he says, "You've been married more than half my life." And I feel it. I feel time like a sharp needle through my back, pinning me to a point in 1970 when I was born. And my life stretches out from that point like a rubber band that I know can't stretch forever. But I think even after it breaks, I'll go on and just keep bouncing back and forth. Old and young, old and young. And maybe my baby sister, 23 years younger than me, will catch up, but I don't think so. I'm always going to be the oldest.